Hey everybody, welcome to another comic book review. In this video, I'll be talking about Volume 1 of my favorite comic series of all time, Locke Key. This volume is called Welcome to Lovecraft. It's written by Joe Hill and illustrated by Gabriel Rodriguez, and this series follows the Locke family after the tragic killing of the father of the family, Rendell. And the rest of the family, after his death, moves to this giant mansion called Key House. And that's because that's where the father told the rest of the family to move to if anything went badly. And of course, when something does go badly, that's where they go. So they go to Key House, and pretty early on, the youngest sibling of the family, a young boy named Bodhi, discovers a key that allows him to turn into a ghost. And then as that happens, more keys are discovered throughout the series. But this first book kind of sets everything up. And you kind of get a sense of who the characters are. And I gotta say right off the bat, I have read this series so many times and have waited so long to talk about it with all of you. I'm very excited to get into my thoughts on this. Right off the bat, this book in particular sets up some of my all-time favorite characters in comics. The Locke family, every single one of them, they're all so richly layered and so complex. Every character is just incredible. First off, you have Kinsey, the sister. She's the middle child of the family. She starts off very kind of just emotional about everything. Her dad just passed away, was killed, and she's dealing with it pretty harshly. She's really taking it pretty hard. And then you have the mother of the family, Nina, and she is dealing with it through alcohol. And you get to see throughout the series more of her whole arc dealing with alcohol abuse and all of that. And then the youngest son, Bodhi, who really doesn't have much comprehension of what happened. I mean, he understands some of it, but he's a very small kid, very young, and really doesn't have a good grasp of death yet. And so all of this is so new to him. So he just kind of does what he does best. He explores places and gets into mischief, and he eventually stumbles upon this lady that lives in the well house that is right near Key House, the mansion. And there's this strange force that's in the well that claims to be Bodhi's echo, and there's this whole arc with that. And then you get the oldest brother, Tyler. This is Tyler, and he is just totally numb from the whole event. He's working himself into the ground, and he's trying his best to just forget, and he's trying to stay strong, but he also just doesn't want any part of this situation and just wants to forget all of it. And then this series also introduces us to a absolutely terrifying yet somewhat sympathetic villain named Sam Lesser. And he's the person that killed Rendell Locke, the father. And this is what Sam looks like. And right off the bat, you know that there's something wrong with this kid. Absolutely terrifying villain, but they set him up in a way that's like, he's you don't condone his actions, but you understand kind of what he's going through and what drives him to do what he does. And I maintain that he is a tragic villain. He's a tragic figure, and if you read the book, you'll understand. But like just every single character in this book, beautifully, beautifully written. And this first volume sets everything up so well. It's got great action, really um, just beautiful art. I mean, even in like the gorier moments, and this series does have some pretty gory moments. Um, Even in the gorier moments, like all of the art is just on point consistently. Um, Gabriel Rodriguez is one of my favorite artists in comics. I think he's awesome. And Joe Hill, my lord, this guy can write. Um, this book, this whole series actually, there's a reason why I love it so much. I mean, there's many, many reasons, but like I've never read a book, a comic that felt more real, more relatable, while also throwing in dark fantasy and horror elements and magic and wonder and all of this stuff. In this book, Volume 1, Welcome to Lovecraft, sets everything up so well. It's a perfect introduction to the series. Um, and, rereading this series in its entirety is such a treat. Every single time I read this series, I pick up on new things. And yeah, that's really all that needs to be said about this first volume. I can't wait to talk about the rest of the series with all of you. Thank you as always for watching, and look forward to more videos in the future. Have a great night.